back again. So, quickly revise. This is the original Murli spoken on October 3rd of 1992, where Baba is bringing the importance of a Brahmin life. Baba says, a Brahmin means one who always have a right to an elevated fortune. So this was the whole theme. So Baba defines what is that fortune? The fortune from all the relationship of father, teacher, Sadguru, fortune of taking birth from Bhagyavedanta, and Baba takes us into subtle nuances. We've been hearing this, but there are certain things that Baba is bringing our attention to. So Baba bring our attention to that which says that if you really have this, it should be visible. It should be visible on your face, visible in your interactions, visible in your. It should be embodiment of this awareness that leads to intoxication and what is visible on your forehead, the fortune is what Baba is bringing our attention. What is the sign? And then Baba says how you take the birth. You take the birth from the through the Bhagyavedanta himself. So you're already are fortunate the minute you're born. And then Baba brings attention to the three relationships of Father, Teacher, Sadguru, getting sustained through Baba himself at the Mahamantra. And the Mahamantra Baba is giving us to free us from all the obstacles is the minute you become yogi. So when the minute we become Sadguru, yeah. So Baba gives all of these three relationships. So as a inheritance, Baba was giving our attention to the sustenance that we get, the sustenance that not even golden age deities can receive it. Only we in the Sangam Yuga can receive sustenance from the God Himself, the one who is Almighty Authority. So the sustenance also gives the inheritance of unlimited treasures. Baba brings our attention to teacher as the one who is Trikaldarshi, who is making us Trikaldarshi, who is making us fully aware of our full capabilities and reminding us of what we are made up of, who we are, and asking us to tap into that deep awareness of all our five forms. And Baba says, as a T, when you as a relationship with the teacher makes you a student. A student has a focus to have some attainment and to have the highest stage or status that we get through the attainment. The highest attainment is royal attainment, and that is of being part of the royal family, emperor and empresses. And it's nothing like what we experience here in this world, either on the political ladder or in lines of corporate ladder or ICS or any of the big studies that we do. It is nothing compared to what we get from this study with Trikaldarshi Baba, the teacher. And Baba brings our attention to the Sadguru, the one who gives us uh, multi-million blessings and guides us to get to the other side and also uh, make us more elevated. So Baba is asking these questions: how much source of income do you have through this study? So this is still around the study. This is around the Sadguru. So Baba Sadguru gives the mantra and the mantra of Pavitra Bano, Yogi Bano, and with that, purity is the basis of all the Sukh Shanti. So Baba is bringing our attention to that, all the powers. The Sukh Shanti is not just what you experience here, but the Sukh Shanti, what you are experiencing. Also, when the devotees who think about you can also experience that Sukh Shanti. So, only if the life of perfection life of perfection begins now, will there be revelation as such at the end? So, in other words, the goal is to get to that state of perfect and complete. Now, you yourself should experience it, others should experience it, those who are close connection with you should experience it, and at the end, it will reveal the world. So, Baba is bringing our attention to the experience. So, self, others, and who are in connection with us should experience that fortune. And Baba was taking our attention uh, to that elevated line of fortune that leads to a lot of treasures. So, to be close to each other, like the beads of the rosary, initially we are in part of 108 and 16,108. And Baba says, like, aim for this because 108 is is what rotated. So Baba is asking us, ask this question, who am I? By knowing yourself and invoking that, come closer into this. And so in other words, you are closer to more souls. That's what it is. 108 versus 16,000, who are closer to the whole tree, 108. So be closer to Baba, closer to 108, closer to the whole world. So that's what Baba is bringing our attention. So, and then Baba gives the blessing to all the most elevated, fortunate souls everywhere, to all the souls who have taken a godly birth and claimed a right from birth. Right from birth, from Bhagavata himself is our father. So we claim the right by taking the birth. To all those who have received their elevated inheritance from the Father and who have taken godly sustenance, to those who have received from the true teacher the elevated status of elevated study, and who earn an elevated income, to those who have received from the Sadguru the Mahamantra and all blessings, to such multi-million times fortunate, extremely elevated souls, to all the elevated souls who accumulate multi-million at every step. Bhavdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. And now Baba is taking us, meeting the group. Avyak Bhavdada meeting groups personally. The sign of accurate remembrance and accurate service is to be free from obstacles and make others free from obstacles. If I am doing an accurate service or if I am inaccurate remembrance, the sign is you are free from obstacles. So it doesn't mean that things does not stop happening. Things transmission is not stopped because of this. What it means is you won't get influenced by anything that's happening. So you're free from any obstacles. Are the songs of your elevated fortune automatically being played in your mind? This is an elevated and imperishable song. You don't have to play it, but it automatically plays continuously. For this song to be played all the time means for you always to experience the treasures of your happiness. Do you always remain happy? It is the duty of the Brahmins to remain happy and to disturb and to distribute happiness. It is the duty of the Brahmins to remain happy and distribute happiness. It is not nice to, but it is a duty. Do you always remain busy in this experience? Or do you sometimes forget? What do you do when Maya comes? For the duration of the Maya's duration of Maya stay, the song of happiness stops playing. If you constantly have Baba's company, Maya cannot come. Before Maya comes, she separates you from Baba's company and makes you isolated. And then she attacks. Before Maya comes, first she tried to separate you from Baba's company. Baba's company is separating from Murli, separating no interest in Murli, no interest in family, no interest in Madhuban, no interest in yoga or Amritvela or traffic control. First, Maya separates you from Baba's company and makes you isolated. And it makes you confused. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know if it is true or not. And it isolates and then attacks you. If Baba is with you, Maya will salute you. She will not attack you. Now that you know Maya very well and that she is an enemy, why do you allow her to come? You let go of Baba's company and the door opens for Maya to enter. Put a double lock on the door, not just one. Nowadays, one lock will not do. So, the double lock is remembrance and service. Yad or seva ka double lock. Seva has to be altruistic. This is a lock. If it is not altruistic, the door is open. If seva isn't altruistic, nirswarth seva, the lock becomes loose and open. Yad also has to be powerful. It is ordinary. If it is ordinary remembrance, then that too is not a proper lock. Powerful yoga, yad, and nirswarth seva. That makes it double lock. So always check. You have remembrance. But is it ordinary remembrance or powerful remembrance? Similarly, you are doing seva. But is it nirswarth seva or is there one selfish motive or another in it? If Maya comes while you are doing seva and staying in yad, remembrance, then something is definitely lacking in that seva and yad. It's not powerful or nirswarth, altruistic. So, why do we need yad and seva? It is the double lock. Double lock for what? To save ourselves from Maya. Maya, what does it do? What does Maya do? Uh, Maya is going to make us separate from Baba and then isolate us and then attack. Continue to move forward with the awareness that you are the souls with the elevated fortune who always sing the song of happiness. Accurate yoga and accurate seva are the signs of remaining free from obstacles and making others free from obstacles. Are you free from obstacle or doing obstacles or do obstacles sometimes come? In that case, sometimes you pass and sometimes you fail. In any situation, if there is ever the slightest feeling, why is this like this? Why is this like that? Then that feeling means an obstacle. Always remember that if you stay beyond wasteful feeling and you become a soul who is feeling proof, you will become a conqueror of Maya. Maya Jit and feeling proof and free from wasteful feelings. Nevertheless, you now belong to Baba. To belong to Baba is a matter of such happiness. You never even dreamt that you should have such a close relationship with God. And now you have become that in the corporeal form. So, what will you remember? You are those who constantly sing songs of happiness. These songs of happiness can never end. Teacher means one who gives everyone the experience of angelic features through your features. Are you such teachers? Your ordinary form should not be visible. Only your angelic form should always be visible. Because you teachers are instruments. Those who are instruments give others the same instruments, same experience as they themselves have. What you experience is what you make others experience. It is also a fortune. It is also a fortune that you have become instruments. Now increase the experience of this fortune in yourself and also give this experience to others. The most important thing is to become an embodiment of experience. Let's take a minute to meditate on this. Om Shanti. Another beautiful Murli. See, Baba gives both the let's take a couple of minutes and meditate. Be back in 1 minute. I just open the door. Is the takeaway from the today's Murli? Feel free to unmute yourself and share your point.
Shanti.
Shanti.
Yeah, so Baba says that we should always remain happy. So our, not just remain happy, but also start distributing happiness to others, especially those who are unhappy. And the world is already going through an unhappy situation. Yes, but despite of that, we have enough knowledge, and also Baba is giving us every day new points. So churning that, of course, give us happiness. And so when we do that, of course, we're getting good company of Baba, and that also, I believe, that we can make our distant Maya. And Baba says it is when you are alone, right? Maya will attack you and put you in trouble, right? So the company of Maya can come in so many subtle ways. So Baba also mentioned about the altruistic service, that when we do any service, there should not be any expectations. So service is again doubled up, right? So or remembrance, and also um, there should be powerful remembrance, and also the service, yes. And then that service also has to be altruistic service. There shouldn't be any expectation. So, and the last line is also very powerful. What we experience, right, that is what we make others also experience. Because unless we don't experience, we will not be able to make others experience. So more than anything, it is me who will have to first experience what Baba says. So for that, yes, we have to dive into what Baba says, and then put us into the laboratory of the self or the silence, and then churn it, and then experience it. And then, of course, this is I mean, everyone will have their own experience as they proceed with that.
Mm.
Thank you. That's some takeaways.
Thank you. Would you like to add your personal experience of having an angelic stage? Any moment where you felt really light and angelic and felt?
Yeah, so some of the recent experience that it's on the silence. So I've been trying to not to come into sound for a couple of days in the past, and then it was indeed a very profound experience to remain in silence. And when I was going through that, that was really a very soothing experience. So I felt like I got into a very deep space of silence where sound was really disturbing, and then there was no itcha or no desire also to come into sound. And somebody is talking, then there is a feeling that I want to withdraw from that sound, so that I can stay connected in that same silence. So I just didn't want to lose that space of silence, and that was really indeed giving very soothing experience. I really enjoyed the profound uh, power of silence, I would say. So there, it was not just that I'm not creating any thoughts, but it was all about Murli, conversation with Baba, and but was not coming in sound though. It was just between me. It was happening inside me, and I was really enjoying that case. I was in Madhuban for a few days, so I came back. So this was one of the practice that I did over there, and there was nobody to talk also, so it was easy to maintain that. And different experience, I also not only experienced the angelic stage, but more than angelic, I think I experienced the seed stage, and also the Jwalamukhi stage. That is what I've been trying. Yes, and when I finished the yoga, and then when I want to come down, that's when I take the, immerse myself in a Farista angelic stage, and then get Sakas to the whole world. So that was very indeed a very good experience. Like we feel, somewhere we feel that, okay, I am also responsible to purify this world, because that's why Baba chose me. I am responsible to bring his energy into this world, because this world is carrying a very much of negative energy at this time. Due to that, everybody is suffering, and also the world is suffering. So when the reason Baba selected me, or want me, is to bring his energy into this corporeal world, and then make the world more positive or more pure. So somewhere when we do that, right, we feel that, okay, I'm became God's companion, and I'm doing it with Him. So there's a lot of power also that we feel when we do this, coming to action. Yeah, thank you. Option.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Yeah, today we were having this West Coast Murli, like Sister Philippa from London. She was reading the Murli. She brought our attention to this part. When Baba comes, he first creates the subtle region, and from there he creates all of this. Transmission begins. So she was bringing our attention to more we catch up to that subtle stage, more we come closer to Baba. So, uh, yeah, so the point of uh, enjoying that silence, and any sound, you don't feel like coming out of that silence because you're enjoying it. Uh, yeah, that's a beautiful experience every one of us can relate to. Yes. Girija Ben?
Om Shanti. So in the end, there's only Baba comes down to two things. Yatharth Yad, Yatharth Seva, accurate Yad, accurate Seva. And you must understand what is this accuracy, adaptability, authenticity, all the positive truth. If in accuracy means there has to be no adulteration, there has to be no waste. There has to be completely only when there is no waste, when all your thoughts which are running in one direction, absolutely nothing is there to pull your thoughts away from where you're focusing, you will hit the target. Now, accuracy, if you go to the real meaning of accurate, what is accuracy? What is the percentage of accuracy? It's, I think, to the power of n, I think, as far as yoga is concerned. Even in yesterday's uh, Avyakt Vani, when Baba was talking up, when in yesterday's Sunday Murli, it was very nice. There was only one point which I caught at the end, which was very, very simple, where Baba gives one of the recipe for really making ourselves elevated. Just take that day's Murli. Take what is that day's Murli, what Baba wants us to do, write it down. Nothing else, no need to remember the whole Murli. A certain thing, one or thing, like yesterday, what he said was Manjeet, Manjeet, Manjeet. I took also the Jagatjeet later, that comes once in maybe accurate seva or something, but the control, mind control. I remember, in nowadays in WhatsApp, many of these ISKCON people and all, they speak about how the mind wanders. And then they say your mind is a companion. As yesterday Baba also said, mind is a companion of the soul. Bring it back. If it goes, again bring it back. Again bring it back. Again. So that's the first thing I think you need in accurate yoga, the wandering mind. Why the mind wanders? Because it looks here and there, sightseeings and all. The mind is still not finished its old samskara. Somewhere, something it is discontented, I think. It looks here and there. Otherwise, why it should go here and there when there's such a beautiful target in front of it? So, this yad, accurate yoga, I think we should be able to churn well. How accurate was my yoga today? How many times did I go even a second away from where the journey where I was? See, it's not necessary you must attain bliss that I reached Paramdam. Aha, I got a nice thing with Shiv Baba. Shiv Baba is in front of me. I met Shiv Baba as a point of light. I met Brahma Baba and all in the subtle region. And then after that, I come down in the corporeal body and all. It's not that. It is Baba now wants a volcanic yoga, intense yoga, Gehen yoga. So that is that. If you see, that's what is running even in in the monthly Avyakt thing which Baba is talking about. And you see, yesterday when Baba said, he just said, like earlier he had said dot and not, and then he said full stop. So as soon as you say stop, is your mind stopping? So these small, small things which Baba has already mentioned in our Avyakvanis and Sakarvanis, I think we should list out all that and find out, is this part of my weapons when I sit in yoga? Only when I make yoga, even Yoga Baba is saying something tough word. Say yad, sahaj yad. Sahaj yoga, when you make it, then gehanta will come, depth will come. When depth comes, there is no waste, there's no going away. Then you can say accurately it will go to the target. Because that's what he has ended, bestower of fortune. If you want others to experience what you're experiencing, if you want them to dance in their minds, you have to be first a citadel of absolute this, and you needn't wait for the light of your soul to come out. It's that yoga which brings about such kind of thing in your face, in your glow and all, that people say, hey, there is something different over here. Let's just see, at least, if not stay over there. I think that's what Harshabhai, I wanted to say. What is accurate yoga? What makes yoga adulterated? Then, of course, comes accurate seva. That seva, there is only one thing which Baba mentioned in the Murli, I think somewhere, self-interest. When there is no self-interest, when you are out of that limited thing, when you're into unlimited, when you're not a house mother, but when you're a world mother, when you're not just one center, but everything, the whole world is one center. If you're going to just see, just because Baba calls in groups and says, who's going to come first, Delhi first, Punjab first, and all, if you're going to try to do that, so there even serve, it becomes a limited interest over there. So there even if suppose accurate services, absolute, when I think, because that's how Baba is taking. He simply wants to motivate every group. So he says, okay, you come up, Delhi come up, Punjab come up. But for him, it's everyone. It's not only you Brahma Kumaris. It's for him, every billionth soul of the world has to go down to him. So when he's so universality like that, so that is accurate service. Actually, accurate service is a long thing, but at least now today I would like to stress myself on accurate yoga, Gehen yoga, volcanic yoga. What is that which really brings that fire in me? And what is that which makes my mind to be in control? I want the mind and intellect. Then the mind goes, stop. Immediately it should stop. Do I have that break with me? So if I slowly practice this, if then I feel, but there are more. I would just like to hear if you know what are the other adulterations which generally happens if you're 30 years in the gyan or even 5 years in the gyan, adulteration always happens. I sometimes think we are nowhere compared to those yogis who used to sit in caves, who were there for years, standing on one leg and doing that yoga absolute penance just to get one vardhan from Shiva or somebody. What is that accuracy? Was that accurate? Other than the accuracy was scattered because it was not focused on Shiva Baba. So if you can just say, what do you think is adulterated yoga? So that if we take care of our enemy, we can move forward. I think I would like to stress more on accuracy in yoga. Seva, I think it's a very big subject that can come later. Only.
Mm. Yeah, is that's right. Yoga uh, is definitely a big thing. Actually, when you are talking about accurate yoga, um, of course, I mean, from our Gyan, we understand yoga is connection and connection with Baba, connection with Baba only through being soul conscious. Then only we can connect to Baba. So that is one part. But what is the impurity that is getting added? And we understand it is our old sanskaras. That's what Baba is asking us to let go. And the accurate yoga. mm, I was thinking because yoga leads to perfection or complete transformation. It does not mean that yoga is accurate when I'm perfect. When I'm perfect, there is no need of yoga. So, in other words, when I'm having yoga, there are both parts within me. The old sanskaras are also in me, and there is this clarity of what need to be done and how it need to be done, and support of Baba and all other things are there, along with our shortcomings, which is our sanskaras of body consciousness. So now comes the question like, what is accuracy here? So, so I'm just getting little technical, which is undisturbed. Accurate yoga is that when I'm, first of all, trying to make a connection, when I'm in the connection, and when I'm in the connection, anything that is disturbing means there is a part of me which is also listening to the listen, part of me which is open to be triggered. So every time I get triggered, then what is getting triggered? The triggered thing is nothing but body consciousness, right? So in other words, I left a scope for myself to get triggered. So accurate yoga is that which closes all the doors where you are not leaving any scope for anything to get triggered within you. It could be people's sanskaras, it could be our own sanskaras from the past, or it could be some past memory that also, when it comes back, that itself will trigger our body consciousness, our pain, sorrow, suffering, everything. So, accurate yoga, I feel, is that not giving any scope for us to get triggered, either from within, either from outside. Now, how do we get there? Is yeah, when we are totally absorbed into that, and then like the one you which you are sharing, all our saints and rishis and munis, they go into the caves, and then sometimes they have to lock themselves in the cave and then do the tapasya. So in this case, so we have to lock ourselves in our total soul conscious state and not giving any scope for anything of our body consciousness to in our mind space, not giving any space for anything from the past, or putting a full stop, or whatever locks that whatever tools Baba gives us, safety net that Baba has created for us to stay in that untriggered self and perfectly absorbed in that blissful experience.
Shibba,
Ye-
as you were talking about this blissful experience, I don't know if you have experience, but I've often said, I was very staunch Swami Chinmayananda's devotee. So we were more into it, this Swami Ayyappa, Sharanam Ayyappa. So
Mm.
there, I remember once Swamiji had explained about what that in that 18th step when they go, no, you must see the crescendo of Swami Charanam, Ayyappa Charanam. You know what's that? It's absolute surrender when they get surrendered to Ayyappa. And I was interested to know what are these steps. And they were so interesting, it was just like the five sense organs were taken first. So that is the Panchendriyas. That was first years taken. Then they took all these vices, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Malsa, then even competition, jealousy, then arrogance. So I don't remember that word. This was called as Panchendriyas, but these eight were something. So then it came for the gunas, which we have to get sattva, raja, and tamas. And then the avidya, the ignorance. It was very beautiful to know to attain that 18th step, to be with the Lord Ayyappa. These things, really it's a system. So we also actually, we have a system as you explained. The way to sit in yoga, it's Raja Yoga. But if you go to the basic course, they tell you how to sit in yoga, what is the yoga. So generally, I feel if I don't know about a soul, I'll go to lesson one. Again, I'll try to learn. So again, in Raja Yoga, the how realization, creation, and then attainment and all, we should go through it. So and if you say my mind wanders and all, I think that is just a systematic error. So that is not a big error pulling down your volcanic yoga. When you get disturbed, when there is a kind of thing, even beyond that, we have to go. These rishis were there in the cave, even if tornadoes came, anything, they were there. So all these systems sitting in a noise, tomorrow final moments, there will be hue and cry everywhere. Are you going to say, oh, I cannot concentrate because there is so much distress over here? No, that's what Baba is telling now. All that should not, that's the system error. We have to cross all that means. See, what is the, how to tell you, I don't know. What is that state of inside where I'll say feeling proof, noise proof, sound proof, every proof, only one I have, straight to Baba. That accuracy, I think, because I remember if they followed all these 18 steps, that Swami Ayyappa, Sharanam Ayyappa was always a crescendo over there. I'm just giving you an example. If you same example, you can take even how Buddha explains about enlightenment of what is called as the bliss in his way. So everywhere there is. We know what is accuracy. It is there in us, but we have not made it into a volcano. We just go off and
Mm.
then we drift into our.
Mm.
I think at least for a few moments, say in Amritvela or somewhere. That is why, see, Baba has kept all this one arm silence, this silence, traffic control, for all of us to just bring that wandering mind back into our control. Anywhere, even that Swama Nera Baba, which he gives, it's just to say, I have absolute trust in you, God. Nothing or no one else. It's only you. My hand is only with you. I'm not going to give. If each of these Swaman, they've got what I say a scientific phenomenon behind it. So that's what I wanted to say. This kind of system error by saying I need solitude, it doesn't work. Even when I'm walking, moving around, when I'm cooking, if I'm able to connect, that's accuracy. I don't know. When you were just saying bliss, as I have really followed, but I couldn't go to Sabarimala. I followed that. I thought I should share that. We should know our education and that course which Baba has given absolutely without mixing up with any other thing. Then I think the true Raj Yoga, the true kind of accurate yoga, collective, not me alone, will really bring about revelation. Om Shanti.
Mm. Nice, nice. And then interestingly, you're nicely pointing out that all this 18 steps is to get over the soul, body consciousness, body and all the vices, and then all the uh, all the body conscious related stuff. And interestingly, once you reach the top, if you did it right, you will see a jyoti. Right? In that Shabarimalai too, what they say is like, oh, it was really nice. I was able to see the jyoti on the hill, on the mountain, or something. They'll say. So I think, yeah, if you really do that practice, you'll be soul conscious, and then you get to experience what it feels to be that jyoti. Yeah. And again, interesting part, if you actually see different meditation techniques have this steps like step 1, 2, 3, 4, practice this, and then you'll get there. Uh, for Raj Yoga taught by Baba is not a cookie cutter. It's not like one fit for all, one process that can help everyone. Uh, and I was thinking, why can't we make it a proper branding? That's what everyone complains, right? Like, oh, everyone says different things when they give the course. Like, what should I practice? Shivani Ben says this, so I like what she says. And then if you actually go back and say, like, what is Raj Yoga? What are your 4 steps? Everyone has their own version. So, and I think it is for a reason. So now, see, unless you define something, then you cannot say it is as per the definition or not. So then you can define what is accurate, not accurate. So here, Baba is not trying to make our intellect perfect. Baba is trying to make our self, the soul, perfect, because intellect is not the soul. Just knowing is not being. So then now, as per for us it's today, for you to yesterday's Avek Murli, where Manjit Jagatjit, Man is not just intellect. Intellect Jit is not the thing. Buddhi Jit is not the thing, but it is Manjit. Man is not a black and white thing. Man is emotions. Mind is thoughts that is triggered by the emotions, and emotions are not just by itself. There are sanskaras, there are patterns, there is, and each one have, and it is backed by its own personal experiences, everyone's personal journey, experiential journey that they have gone. So everyone has their own way to define what is accurate. So, but Baba gives every tool that is needed for us to define our own perfect, accurate thing, and then get to the other thing. And definitely, there is a collective goal to get to the other side, to the soul world, get to heaven, like Satyug, and Satyug has a proper defined. Everyone is soul conscious. Uh, Nobody has any vices. There is no body consciousness there. So there is this standard collective understanding. But how do you get there is personal, and especially when unless you define it, you cannot tell what is accurate or inaccurate. And to define it, it is a personal. Where we are right now, and how do we get to the other side, we have to define ourselves and then follow through, I feel. Of course, there is a big strokes that Baba points out in the Murlis. Yeah, anyone else have any thoughts? Kaki Ben, Emi Ben, Chandrakala Ben, Lata Ben, Sridhar Bai, Pramila Ben.
Om Shanti, brother and divine family. Actually, there is Baba says, actually, we never dreamt that we are going to meet Baba in this birth, 84th birth. Really, it was amazing what Baba says. Even I never dreamt till 1997 when I came to this godly knowledge. After meeting in this conference age Baba, so three main changes in my life. So first and foremost, I had a weakness kind, feeling guilt, feeling some kind of um, mm, feeling guilty and feeling some kind of shame, something like that. I don't know what was the reason. Very first time. So nobody told me in my life. God said, Baba said in his Murli. So feeling shame, feeling guilty, this and all weakness. So immediately I eradicated all those qualities in my life, because we know that society says you are a girl, you need to bend your head, you need to walk, you shouldn't speak, you shouldn't argue with elders. So that quality, I'm a girl, that girl, that name itself is eradicated from my mind because of Baba. Baba told me very first time, you are not any gender, you are a soul. The second one was no questions in my life. That also only Baba told me. No questions. So why this happened? What's the reason? Why they are talking like this? Why they are behaving like this? Why this world like this? Why there are corruption? Why people are untrustworthy? Why people are false? Usually they are telling lies. So many questions. So for those questions, Baba gave me the answer. No one is blameworthy in this world. So everyone there playing the role accurately. So I got answer for my question. That's a tremendous changes in my because of Baba when I met him in this conference age. The next one is fully, completely enjoying my sensual joy with Baba. So Baba said, so this is Atindriya Sukh, nowhere you will get. So no questions, no confusions, no conflicts. So nothing in my life, completely enjoying my life. It's a Brahmin life. So Brahmin life is nothing but enjoying pleasure in my life and adopting dharana in my life, all four pillars. So completely enjoying my life. This is a tremendous changes in my because of Baba. Oh, thank you for giving me an opportunity to share this. Thank you so much. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, family.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyone else have last thoughts before we go into meditation? Okay. So make yourself very comfortable. Allow yourself some space to feel and allow everything else to settle down. Go into that deep sense of calmness. That pure stillness. Nothing more to figure out, nothing more to analyze. Go into that deep experience of pure eternal presence. Gently stepping back from drama. Gracefully pulling your heart out of all these experiences of drama. Going into this essence of that seed stage in that ocean of silence. Savoring that pure presence of Baba. The blissful one. Savoring Baba's company in this deep silence. Allow this connected silence to change your stage undisturbed. Stay in this powerful Baba's loving experience with a clear awareness, awakened awareness. And allow this awakened awareness, allow this blissful experience of being with Baba in silence radiate in your presence and carry this awakened self throughout the day, stealing all the time that you can to tap into this silence. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Harshavai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a lovely day.